Hi, I'm the manager for dwpcorruption.co.uk, and today we've got a continuation of videos that I'm doing with Roy Jenkins from Get Snouts Out of the Truck Party, and Roy is standing for Euro MP for West Midlands. Good to see you again, Roy. How you doing, mate?
Not so bad, thanks.
A lot of conversations today we've got, haven't we, with Anna Abraham, and you've had
this week I've had a bit of a disappointment. I was informed on Friday that somebody beat me to the punch. We had intended to be the first people to take an MP to court, but we learned on Friday that somebody's already done that in Sussex and actually won the case.
Oh, that was the 15,000 quid one, wasn't it?
That's the one, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. So the other thing that we've done this week is we've actually written to Chief Constable Bristow of Warwick Police. Same with Scott Lee of West Midlands, also Sims of Staffordshire Police, asking them to answer the questions that's been made in a full statement by James Scale, who's a customs officer with NISC.
Quite fascinating this is because, as you know, we've had conversations about this before. Mike O'Brien, MP for North Warwickshire, I believe, he's been involved with a corruption scandal involving property. A good friend of mine, Alan Darby, brought it to my attention. We're actually putting the story on site. It's with Sackle at the moment. This is a group of people that talk about corrupt solicitors and corrupt MPs and corruption generally in government. And I believe you've had exactly the same situation with Tony Wright, haven't you?
Well, this is with Tony Wright. We've written to him many occasions. We've given him every document that he's asked for. He wanted 110% proof of money laundering from the Italian embassy. He wanted 110% proof of the use of false dual shipping invoices. We have actually shown that Blair and Brown and Wright and the Chief Constables, as well as the CEO of Customs, actually knowingly condone this action. I have on tape, which I've just been asked for this week by a reporter, a statement made by DC Don Green, not DC, Don Green, who's the Customs officer with NISC, in which he states very clearly the use of false dual shipping invoices within the UK community is rife. He then goes out to explain how the invoices are raised, how the bank they use with the banks, showing two sets of invoices. One set of invoices raised in England and handed to the customs officer as an example. I had a 40-foot trailer full of furniture going back a few years, and the total invoice for all of the furniture was £1,290, I think it was. When I opened the letter at Eastern Docks in Dover, I realised that one painting alone that I had on the back of the trailer was worth £250,000.
Good grief.
There was over 200 paintings alone in the back of the trailer. But if you think every day how many trucks go through Dover as just one place, and how many of those are actually using false dual shipping invoices, there are billions of pounds lost every year.
I think the frightening thing about this is that Tony Blair, Gordon Brown have been aware of this for a good many years. And, you know, it's only people like ourselves now doing videos exposing this sheer corruption in government, you know, that's starting to come to light. And I mean, it's a clear fact that your MPs and your MEPs are just a smokescreen, aren't they? They're there just to confuse the issue and to stop the public bringing this corruption and collusion to the attention of government. You know, it's a case of if you can't see us, you can't get us. And I'll tell you what, Gordon Brown, you're wrong, because we're on your case, the public's on your case, we intend to do something about it. So there you go. So what's happening now then with Anna Abrahams? Because you've been dealing with this cretin for some time now, haven't you?
Well, I say last week I received from her FOI officer another bundle of documents which contain, I think it's a 6-page statement made by James Scale. James Scale came to my home and he was sent by Dane Strachan, who was the then CEO of Customs. When he came to my home, I was told by him he was an independent investigator investigating corrupt police and corrupt customs officers that were involved in drug arrests. I received a call from I know he's a customs officer, telling me, whatever you do, this driving job you've been offered, you don't take it. Even if they pay you £1,000 a week, do not take it. It was obvious it was a setup from the off.
Oh, this is the one where the guy ended up in jail.
He ended up in jail for 9 years. And before that truck, I have it on tape that I am giving them the information, and I'm actually saying to the DC Green, this is a setup. It was set up for me by Customs. This poor sod is going to go out and he's going to have no idea what he's going into. And if he gets caught, he's going to be the one that goes to jail.
Is it any wonder, Roy, they offered you £500,000 to keep your mouth shut?
Yeah, well, Mr. Hewish, who was then the Deputy Chief Investigator for HM Customs, West Midlands and South Wales, I had several meetings with him, all taped with my permission, simply because he was saying that if I tape it, none of the officers involved can then deny what you're saying, or if they want to argue the case, I've got your statement here, which I agreed to. After the time, he realised that what I was saying was true, that the customs officers and the police officers involved were corrupt. This I have on tape. I was told by Don Green, who came with James Scale, it turns out was his boss, not his investigator. And while we sat in the Longford pub on the A5, Don Green said that he hadn't realised that it was me that had told DC Green about this truck with the drugs in, and the fact that it was a setup for me. He then turned around and said, if I'd have known, you would have had a fortune in reward money. And I'm saying, well, where is the reward money? Who's at it? And I have on tape DC Green stating, over this very truck, my bosses said that we should get you a reward. It will keep us ticking over. Who is us? I've asked Chief Constable Scott Lee. I've asked Chief Constable Sims. I've asked Abrams. Who is this we?
And you don't seem to be able to get to the bottom of it.
What Scott Lee has said is, when I wrote to him, he come back saying all the documents have been destroyed. They accused me of being a police informant. So strangely, I was only a police informant from 93 to 94. This was after they found out that I taped all the conversations. When I asked for a copy, exactly. When I actually asked for a copy of me being recorded as a police informant, now they say, oh, we're very sorry, they've all been destroyed. The whole intention was to expose the fraud and the corruption and the loss of billions of pounds to our country by the use of false dual shipping invoices.
Even in all.
Well,
it really makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, the thing is with customs, when I went to, I was falsely arrested in '69, which we've proved since. This was another one of these. I think it was a special thing that was set up by West Midlands Police that was suddenly disbanded because it was every officer.
Because of the corruption and the collusion
within the actual unit.
Well, this is what's interesting because, what we've found is that the corruption and collusion between the police authorities of West Midlands or Staffordshire and also North Warwickshire, there's a collusion there with a case that you got with an identical case. I've just had the nod that we're coming up to the end of the video. Keep in touch. Keep your eyes peeled for part 2.